This morning, it was -1 degree, and I'm sitting inside a 2025 Ford F350 with the PowerStep diesel. Let's go ahead and put it in accessory mode. Let's see how long it takes to preheat. Oh, that was fast. Oh, wow. It's already, it's 22 degrees right now. Let's go ahead and start it up. Okay. What? Man, 22 degree weather has nothing on these power strokes. Welcome back to JB Reviews. I have this F350 dually in Glacier Gray, and I borrowed it from Ken Gar Ford here in West Valley. Be sure to ask for Ken. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker to see some of the options and features on this truck. At the very top is the description with the colors. And then here is a short listing of the standard equipment. Be sure to pause it. Now down below are all the options. So Glacier Gray $995. You also have the high output power stroke. And this one does have the all-terrain tires. 355 with the limited slip axle out back. FX4 package. Rapid heat. Has the engine block heater, which I want to show that to you guys because you don't normally see that. Pro Power, fifth wheel hitch prep kit, splash guards, twin panel moonroof, upfitter switchers. This one does have the ActiveX seating too. Ultimate package finishes off the options. So base price is $67,730. Destination is $1995 with a total price of $94,710. I'm pretty sure you guys can tell that the truck is at a high idle. And one thing about Ford trucks is you don't have a manual high idle switch that you turn on and off. It just comes on whenever the truck is at idle for a few minutes. And for some people that's fine. I personally would like to see them add a high idle switch option. So hopefully in the future they'll do that. But as far as 2025 Ford F350 dualies go, there's really no changes on this truck. Well, on the interior there is. And there's just a few things missing on the exterior, but I don't think they're a big deal. Now, on the front end of this truck, you guys do have the LED headlights, turn signals, and fog lights down below. Black recovery hooks. Because this has the ultimate package, you do have front parking sensors. You also have a camera on the front end. And one thing that Ford does not offer that the others do is active grille shutter. So no aerodynamic help on this truck. So I would like to see that, especially on these trucks, because obviously in the cold winter, that might be something of value. Now, you might be wondering, where is that engine block heater at? It's gonna be right here. You can kind of see it inside of here. So that's where they put it at. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off the truck so you guys can hear me better too. But you guys can see that front grille. Great design. And then here's a quick peek at your suspension. So solid front axle, fabric material for the liner, and then here are the tires right here. These are the Michelin LTX AT2s. Nice aggressive style for the tire. And it's going to be an LT 245 75 17. And here are the capacities: 3,195 pounds for single, and then you have 2,910 pounds for dual. 80 psi cold. You guys see those mud flaps? They don't have them in the rear though. Side view. This is one of my favorite colors for the Ford Super Duty 2. They introduced this in 2024. It got rid of the Azure Gray that was there for 2023. And here's some of your badging on the truck. Power deployable running boards came part of that ultimate package. And then here are those mud flaps again. Have a Ford badge on them. There's your high output power stroke badge. You do have some lights for at nighttime. I always call them puddle lights because that's what they've always called them. Some cameras, smart key system with chrome on the door handles and on the bottom of the windows there. And here's that long bed with the dual rear wheels. They have the best design for this too, by the way. Here are your steps. Also, you have a 48-gallon fuel tank, 7.4 gallon DEF. Even with gloves on, by the way, my hands are like freezing. It is so cold out here. And here's those duals. You also have those 4 leafs in that main pack with an overload. You can see the 5th wheel prep package. They don't give you a liner that goes all the way back. Even when you get the highest trim levels, there's no option for that, which I would like to see, but not a big deal. I'm sure you have some stuff on the aftermarket. Now, one of the main reasons why I would get the FX4 package is to get that skid plate for the bottom. Now, most people might say, well, why do you need that for a dually? Well, if you tow a trailer and you're going down the highway and something jumps up and hits that tank, you got to pull over, you got to get your truck towed and your trailer towed, and that skid plate just gives you a little bit extra protection for that. Just something to consider. And they give you the badge right there. You have these LED side markers. They still give you incandescent bulbs out back for your taillights. Some LEDs in here. You have the steps in that bumper. Parking sensors, class 5 hitch. That's not a 3-inch, by the way. That's just a 2.5-inch opening too. And of course, you're gonna have an assisted tailgate. This one also has the step too, with the handle. They've been using that for a while. This one doesn't have the spray and bed liner, but it has 5th wheel prep package. You have your 7-pin plug, and you have your 12-way right there. You can turn on the bed lights inside. You do have a camera above, and just like last year, this was optional. So you have 2 kilowatts of power. And as you guys saw, this truck had a 355 rear with a limited slip. You can get a 410 as well. And there's your spare tire. Chrome tips for the exhaust. And here's a side view of the truck. So here's a good question. If you're looking at a dually F350, do you still get the 6.8 liter gas engine as standard equipment? Answer is yes. You still get that 6.8 liter as standard equipment. I'm a little shocked by that. I almost wonder if Ford should have just kept the 7.3 as the standard engine, but it is what it is. Now, so you basically have, for 2025, 4 engine options. The 6.8 liter, which comes standard, the 7.3, which is a $1,000 upcharge now, and you have a standard output Power Stroke, which no one's getting this year. Everyone's getting the high output. So this one's going to have 500 horsepower, 1,200 pound-feet of torque. It has the 10-speed 10R140 transmission behind it. And this engine is just on top of the world because no one has what it takes to dethrone this engine with the horsepower and torque. I mean, 1,200 pound-feet of torque is insane, especially coming out of a regular pickup truck that anyone can go to this dealership over here and buy. Alrighty, so I've done a few videos on Lariat interior, so let's just get this out the way really fast. ActiveX replaces the real leather that these trucks used to have. I did not notice any difference on the styling of the seat. You still have that perforated leather, you still have that brown piping and the brown stitching right there. The only thing I noticed was that the leather seems to be a little bit more firmer, and it may be more durable over the course of time, so that might be a good thing. Tilt headrest because of that ultimate package. They did take away the chrome that was right here. Also, you still have a 10-way seat. They also took away your power steering column. They did restyle this area too. You still have your power pedals down below. And that's pretty much the big stuff on this side. Now, here's some of your controls on the door. Power folding outside mirrors. You have auto up and down just for the front windows only. B&O sound system was upgraded too because of that ultimate package. Let's check out the passenger side. You guys see right here? They added chrome on this side. This is not supposed to be here, by the way. but not a big deal. I've seen this before from Ford where they'll do this. I guess they didn't catch it when they were building this truck, but 8-way seat, and this feels the exact same as the driver's side, so no difference on the material on the seat, just they give you the chrome right there. A little bit of storage up top. Sorry for that glare there. And then down below, if you do want this truck to carry a bed camper, you have to add the camper package to it. My recommendation is, if you're getting a dually, just add the camper package to it. It just makes sense. A little bit of storage down there. Out back, you still have those nice materials on the door. Seat back pockets, flat floor surface, outboard heated seats, USBs. Also, you have a 120 volt power plug down there. They did take away the 12 volt out back, and then perforated leather. You still have that center armrest, power sliding glass with defrost, and this one has the collapsible storage too. Let's go ahead and jump back over to the driver's side. Hopefully you guys can see that heads-up display. Shows you the miles an hour, the time, and notice how the temperature is orange. I guess they're trying to tell you it's really cold outside today. Now, you have a 12-inch display right here, and here are the buttons to control that. And I'm going to push the menu button right here, and it shows you this. So you have your trip information. Push it again. Let's go down to heads-up display. So if you want, you can turn it off through here. Sometimes I turn mine off at nighttime just because it can get a little distracting for me. Just for me, that is. Some people like it at night. You can do some adjustments to it. You can change the content that you see. So here are a few things that you can change out of there. And depending on what drive mode you're in, you can actually set up what you see in there too. Now, as far as your gauges go, this is something that Ford added for this redesign, which is a welcome feature, because who doesn't like temperatures? You have some of your diesel measurements here, and then they give you auxiliary gauges. And you can set all this stuff up through your My View too. That way you can just take what you want and then take out what you don't want. You have off-road pages, shows you the compass in here, and shows you your position of the steering, pitch and roll, and then they show you this for pitch and roll as well. Now, off to the side, they did restyle the buttons up here. I'm gonna move around this truck because I'm getting some glare probably from the sun here. So while we're doing that, I'll just show you guys the cameras. That way you guys have an idea of that. So you have that 360 camera view, and you have your bed view too. Alright. Now you guys see that they did restyle up here, right? So you only have these two buttons. They did move some of them down here, like these three. Also, you used to have like that, I always call this a wood trimming, but it's obviously fake. They had this here, but now it's just black. You have a little bit of chrome right there. You have your wireless charger, 2 USBs, and this spot here works perfectly for a phone. So if you are plugged in, you can just run those wires through here and let your phone sit right there, so you don't have to have a bunch of wires everywhere. If you need more cup holders, you can slide this basically, and then boom, now you have larger cup holders, and you still have 2 more over there, or you could always steal these back there if you like. Center armrest is finished in leather, and they do put a light inside of here. This does come out. There's 2 Type-C USBs in this area, and if you want that lockbox, that is available. I don't see that option a ton, but if I get another truck in the future, I'm probably going to get a lockbox. It would be nice to have that. On the roof, you have that home link, auxiliary switches, and place for your sunshades, LED interior lights, and this is your twin panel moonroof. And that's pretty much all I care to show on this truck. I mean, obviously you have your Pro Power inside of here. One thing worth noting too is I have these gloves on, and the screen works great with these gloves. I love that works, because I have noticed on some cars these gloves won't work. So it's just something to consider too if you live in those colder climates and you don't want to take your gloves off like I don't right now. So before I show you the payload, obviously you don't have the keypad here anymore, right? Which to me is not a big deal. I don't think I would ever use it anyways, but for some people it might be a big deal. Front gross axle weight rating on this truck to be 5,990 pounds. The rear is 9,900. 14,000 pound gross vehicle weight rating. And these wheels are gonna be 17 by 6.5 wide. That axle code for that limited slip 355 is a 3K. And all in payload is 5,376 pounds. So not bad for a loaded up truck like this. This truck has just about every option that I would want, with the exception of the spray and bed liner. That's the only thing that's really missing, but it has pretty much everything that you would ever want. And if you want those painted bumpers, you would have to move up to a platinum for the dually trucks, because you cannot paint them as an option as a standalone. So hopefully we see that in the future. That's the only thing I would like to see on this truck, guys. But apart from that, I hope you guys liked the video. Be sure to check out Ken Garff's inventory. Let them know you saw the video. See you guys soon.